All right. After some technical difficulties, huzzah and well met to you, lords and ladies. I'll get the chat going here, or at least cleared up so that I can see when you get here. And, well, welcome. We're going to continue attempting to get this gold farm going. And I have not done a lot of Minecraft playing lately since my new job, and had told me, "Oh, Mad, what's up? I am doing well, and how are you?" So, anyways, as I was saying, I had a friend reach out to me and say that they were itching for an adventure of some kind and thinking about maybe getting back into World of Warcraft. You are super duper. You are welcome. I am glad to hear that. So this friend of mine had said something about wanting to get back into a game of some kind. Um, Specifically, they were thinking of a multiplayer or an MMO, and it just so happens that we both used to play Diablo 2 way back in the day, and the Reign of the Warlock expansion had come out. Now, I had thought that was only for Diablo 4, and so I wasn't paying a lot of attention to it, and then I realized that no, that's for Diablo 2 Resurrected. So we've been having a lot of fun replaying D2. So that's what I've been wasting my time on lately, and not building this gold farm as I had started doing, anyways. But every now and then you gotta have a break from Minecraft and go do something else. Go save a different world. But anyways, you might have noticed if you've seen this world before of this sand dune, and this is where we're going to start our gold farm. And I have some sandstone blocks in place here for some basic framing and measurements. But what I'd really like to get started with soon, or at least on video, is getting the portals set into place, and they're going to run this way. This should be 23 blocks apart, this sandstone and this particular one right there. So we're going to make the 23 by 23 portal, which is the largest you can make in Minecraft to my knowledge, which gives us the most surface portal area to spawn our piglins, or I guess they're our zombie piglins. And all the gold that we should need for a few projects that are being held up because they need the gold. And I am certainly not going to mine that much gold, not even in the nether. And why would you mine it when you can farm it anyways? So the idea is to get this functional, and then we can decorate it another time. Whoop, I'm getting a little wild with that high efficiency pickaxe. We still need to take out, I think, 3 or 4, well, maybe even more than that. Could be as many as 6 or 7 more layers of sandstone. Okay, so while you guys weren't looking, or weren't on the stream with me, yeah, that's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more layers to dig out of here. I went through, I pointed out in the previous stream that it's midday. It seemed like it was getting dark already. I had pointed out previously that this whole island is kind of honeycombed with little caverns and places for mobs to spawn in. So on this side, I had gone through and um, filled them all in, only so that I could come back and dig them all out again. But I also went through, there was a portion of around here. Didn't want to use the yeah, the raw gold blocks, they're great for some decorations too, and you're right, they can be pretty. So yeah, probably at some point have a bunch of those myself. There's actually a Badlands biome not far from here, or a mesa, whatever they're called now. And there's a ton of gold in there that I haven't gone after because I like to have Silk Touch to dig out iron ores and gold ores, and even you never know when you need a nice block like that, especially when you can generate free gold and iron. In fact, I think the only reason we have to go mining these days is for diamonds. You can trade for redstone. You can, if you're crazy, you can set up a witch farm so that you can get redstone for free. Maybe that's something to think about doing later on in this world. But yeah, I also need them for powered rails. So I was saying about the the Badlands biome had a little section around here. Huzzah! It's Tessellate. I knew you'd be here. Good to see ya. Glad to have you all. And yeah, I need the rails for powered rails for my automatic vegetable farm. And it was maybe Mad who said last time that I was going to need a fuel source for my gold farm, which is true. It might have been Mad. I planted a bunch of kelp over on the other side of, or not the other side, over that way. Yeah, thanks, Tessellate. I'm doing well. Mad said he was doing super duper earlier, or they were doing super duper. That was presumptive of me. But anyways, kelp farm over there. It's just a bunch of kelp planted on the riverbed, and we're gonna have to manually harvest that. But yeah, eventually there's gonna be like a aquarium where we just grow kelp. And I might even do like I did before and just have a bunch of allay floating around in there with a note block. And anytime I want, I can walk in the bottom. Ah, well, glad to have you. Glad you can be my company on the stream now. So yeah, I have 2 or 3 new shulker boxes full of different colors of terracotta now, after digging out all of the terracotta from the Badlands biome here, refilling it with sandstone, and then deciding that I was going to dig out this whole area anyway. So, you know, it's not worth doing if it's not worth doing twice. Now, oh, and I can't pick anything up. All right. So, before you arrived, Tessellate, I was saying that I would like to have the portals functional tonight, and beyond that, we can decorate another time, but we'll see how far we get. I don't today. So yeah, I had done some digging and taken the terracotta out, and I had also gone through and filled in all of the all the tiny, like, honeycombed out areas that you get. And like I said, you know, it's been twice. So we have all these layers to clear out, which really is going fairly quickly now. Oh right, I gotta put some things away so I can pick more things up. Went with how recent is Silent's newest design? I don't know that I've been keeping up with that very much. This new job, um, I do like the schedule. Don't get me wrong on that. But it does not afford me a ton of time to sit around keeping up on Minecraft info. I have just tons of empty boxes around here. Is this... Must be I put a sandbox away already. But... Oh, 2 weeks ago. Alright, I'll have to check on that because I didn't know there was a new design going on. I'm gonna go with one that I made myself just because I'm proud of it. But yeah, I will have to look into that. And if you have not seen my gold farm videos, you should go check them out. Is, oh, if I remember correctly, the one that I built based off somebody else's was from JC Plays, and I don't know how old that one is, but it's still working. And then I thought that one was a little brute force, but it works. And using something I learned from Mumbo, actually, the sorting and storing. Yeah, well, good news for you is my next few tutorial videos are going to be about shulker boxes, or shulker box loaders, and overflow protection. So, yeah, and the last 3 tutorial videos that I did were all the different ways that we can sort things. But really, it's a lay. I don't know golem sorting system. They are incredibly difficult to work with. Oh, of course, Mr. Rust would show up as I'm streaming. You've been asleep all afternoon on your blankie, and then you'll come as I'm getting into something here. But that's okay. I'm always happy to have the Rust around. Mm-hmm. Don't look at me like that. Midday already. That was hardly even worth getting my shovel out for that. Oh, goodbye. No, you can't play in the wax warmer. I think he does remember that one time he got his tail in the wax warmer. I had to get the scissors out and very carefully trim the tail hair off from him. And of course, you know, him being a cat wrestled me the whole time. That was a less than fun experience for both of us, I think. Yeah, so are you using auto crafters in your gold sorting and storing system so that you can immediately have gold blocks, or ultimately have gold blocks for the, you know, most compact storage possible? It's true, Mad, they do. Have a friend of mine who had... You know, I'm noticing this reconnection issue coming back up again. Let me know if this is stuttering too much. I thought we had that problem nipped. Oh yeah, kelp farm with an auto crafting furnace. That is ultimately where I'm going with that because I really like the auto furnace or auto smelter that I made. And I do like to toot my own horn about that. So, yeah. And we'll get there eventually. I love how Minecraft always just becomes a long list, like a long to-do list. It's check the garden. Yeah, it's still doing it occasionally. I can see it. They don't seem to be lasting as long as they used to. Let's finish up this layer, and then I will fiddle around with my bit rate and whatnot. See if we can't tune that in just a little bit better. I'm glad I decided to build a bunch of pyramids and sandstone temples because I have far more sandstone than I ever thought was even in a game of Minecraft. I didn't even bother trying to get the background tunes going this time. That would be something else to fight with another day. Full of cube makers. Oh, okay. You got like a whole compacting system going on. That's excellent. And yeah, I feel like if you put that kind of work into your auto farms, you should be allowed to show off some. Oh, inventory's loaded again. Actually, that seems to be my problem in D2 lately as well. It's just an overloaded inventory. That's jeez, another shulker box loaded with sandstone, and we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, or 3, and this little bit of this layer left. Well, and then we'll have to make sure that it's a sandstone floor. Well, maybe. I don't know. We could do something different with the floor. Maybe all that terracotta just found a use. I guess we'll see when we get there. Like I said, we're going for functionality today, just to make sure that we can get our zombie piglins spawning and moved out of the way, and probably I don't know if I want to set up a trident killer or not. Maybe just for the time being, I could just drop them onto some hoppers and use the fortunate sword. And that will have to do for now. One step at a time, I suppose. Oh, hey, Tesla, you are from somewhere in the UK, you said, I believe. Uh, do you guys celebrate St. Patty's Day over there? Because here in America, it's an enormous deal. Well, I shouldn't say enormous. Here in West Michigan, it's an enormous deal. But really, I think it's just an excuse for a lot of people to drink beers. Okay. Hmm. We humans are funny creatures that way, aren't we? Oh, is it really? I I kind of always wondered if the whole rest of the world celebrates that, and then Ireland is like, it's actually a really somber holiday, or something. Hmm. We're gonna have to repair this pickaxe after too long. Any excuse to go to the pub. There you go. So you've called it the pub. Are you also from the well, Europe, England, the United Kingdom? Where are you from, Mad? If you don't mind. Ah, New Zealand. All right. Wait, what time is it over there? Because it is just a little after 5 here. 5 p.m. Oh, okay. Yep. So we just set our clocks forward an hour. We spring forward, fall back for daylight. Oh, okay. You guys do that in a few weeks. All right. Whoa, this pickaxe. All right, we need to go repair this like now. Yeah. So it is just a little after 9 for you, and then the morning ahead of us. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. That's probably why he's mad, Tessellate. He has seen the future, and no one was spared. Oh yeah, I came up here to trade for experience points, but we need something to trade to these silly villagers. Oh yeah, this is something else that I did because I got tired of having to read every shulker boxes, and so I color coded them. I don't know what I'm going to do with these 4 colors, but these ones are all well color coded. This one is not. Why is this one not orange? It's supposed to be orange. That's one way of looking at it. You're just earlier than everyone else. They're a real go getter. Anyway, iron. Alright, before we go taking that iron, we'll see if our little guy here. Oh, yeah, so also, I color coded. my own personal shulker boxes too, because occasionally my kids play in this world, and whoa, I just hacked right through that golem and into the box. Anyway, so like I was saying, I this way everybody knows whose shulker boxes are whose, and you don't have to worry about it. Yes, I did enchant a pair of shears and a flint and steel. Because if you go to all this work to make a trading hall full of enchanters, I guess that'll work for now. We can come back for more if we need. Actually, that won't work for now. It won't be fine. Here we are. Put that away. I have not seen them if they did. I imagine, so Java got the new textures. Um, and I remember when Java got the copper golems, it was the next seasonal update until Bedrock got the copper golems. So it likely it's going to be something like that again. So probably the next, the next main update that we get will be the baby mobs. I guess that update, whatever you'll call it. Got to remember my controls. I tried to hold control and press that, and it didn't work. All right. So I have enough. We're likely going to need all of that just for the repairs. That gets put away. That gets put away. Oh. Let's just start and get everything mended right up. Oh, once we're done with this, I also wanted to put the dynamic lighting back on because I don't transfer this world between my PC and my Switch any longer. Oh yeah, I was gonna fiddle with that bit rate too. Goodness, I get easily distracted with all this. Alright. I wasn't paying attention and my shovel is fine, and now we need to get this pickaxe back up to snuff. Alright. Whoop. Vibrant visuals. That's what I want to turn back on. I forgot what it was called, so I called it dynamic lighting. Back on. I turned them off because the Nintendo Switch is actually half the reason I lost my old survival world. I could no longer. The file size was so large that the Switch would no longer let me transfer it, and I got fed up with that. and then so I left it on the PC, and then there was an update, and it had been turned on to experimental so that I could use the crafters, and then whoop, no, we don't want to buy bells. My goodness, the Switch, if it was trying to save the game, you you could break 4 or 5 blocks and then they wouldn't actually disappear from your view, but they'd be gone. Yeah, I will not miss playing Minecraft on the Switch. I mean, it it's very strange to me too because like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are both like, and they're not. I mean, they're stylized, but they're not undemanding. Those are like super impressive in how much the Switch can render. Uh, I mean, you have to be able to get on top of a mountain or a tower and look all that way. How convenient that I have all these emeralds right now. I don't need white dye. I have all the bone meal in the world. No, Husk, I do not have a few minutes to buy Girl Scout cookies. Yeah, so the Switch just I don't know why it doesn't handle Minecraft. I've heard that Minecraft is kind of a spaghetti code monster at this point, but even still, I to be able to do to handle Breath of the Wild, the Switch can't be like it can't be a sad machine. All right. So, we're going to eat a carrot and then let's see. Simple graphics options. I don't get a choice. We will have fancy leaves turned off on the Switch, or it just wasn't going to work at all. Let's see. Field view. How high can we turn that up before my computer has a heart attack? Smooth lighting. Cause a low frame rate. All right. Actually, you know what? That'd probably exacerbate whatever my connection issues are already. Let's crank up the RAM usage on my computer and see how much damage we can cause to the stream. All right. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll find it another time. I don't want to waste you guys' time muddying through uh, menus and whatnot. You're not here for that. You're here for my eloquent commentary and impressive gameplay. Right, I was gonna put all these emeralds away and such. Guess we'll have that at the ready. Actually, game is paused. Okay. Settings. We'll see. Um, it doesn't look like anything's changed. So it seems like I can't even mess with some of this while I'm actually streaming. Let's see, cancel. So we're just going to have to deal with it, and I will look at it, but all of my settings are still the same, which means it's my internet, I think, that's having issues. Uh, they're not going to willingly drop. Maybe they would. So, I, oh right, I forgot. You can, I guess, jab through with a spear and get 2 for 1. All right, back to the sandstone mines. So yeah, I gotta admit, not the most interesting of streams, but good thing we're almost done. Oh, stone. See, I was afraid of that, which means we may end up having to chisel out another layer and put sandstone back in. Or the terracotta, like I was saying, depending on what kind of floor we want. You don't like the spear very much? It really depends. Like, I will not take my spears to that. Fighting Enderman with a spear is, well, it takes more skill than I have. We'll go with that. So yeah, I would swap for my sword to go to the end for sure. Here in the overworld, especially in the desert, I actually really like the spear. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, set in your ways. I can understand that too. What was with that floaty? That was weird. Or at least I think I saw that. It could have just been something on my monitor. Oh, that one's full. This, no, golden carrots, you're staying with me. Like I was saying earlier too, it's such a relief that eventually I will be building all of these sandstone pyramids. Ah, yes. How is that coming along? It's been a couple of weeks now. Was 10 by 10 chunks, 100 chunks that you're digging out. Yeah, we need this one and one more. Okay, okay. Uh, I'm not sure if you were here while I was saying it, but I've been not very dedicated to Minecraft because I've been playing Diablo 2 with a friend of mine um, since Reign of the Warlock came out. We got back into it after, it's only an expansion pack for a 20-year-old game, 25, 26-year-old game. Diablo 2 released in 2000, and Lord of Destruction came out in 2001. I wasn't even out of high school yet. And now here we are. Brand new expansion to the game. It's alive again. Well, I mean, Diablo 2 is pretty timeless. There's some diehard fans for it, and the game doesn't seem to ever be, like, too quiet, but man, is it alive right now. Trade channels going crazy, all kinds of good stuff happening. Oh, okay, yeah. If ARPGs are not your thing, like they're not worth getting into any of those games. But if you do get into that stuff, like Diablo and Diablo 2 are the granddaddy games of all that whole genre. And it's down memory lane, so that's been neat. And now, since I'm home and able to sit in front of my PC more often in the evenings, I'm able to make that happen a little bit more often. Excuse me. So Mad was saying they needed gold for all kinds of powered rails, which is the same reason I'm making all this gold. What did you need a gold farm for, Tessellate? Oh yeah, those kinds of games they're so much more fun when you have your friends along or you have other dedicated party members. You can burn yourself out real quick playing alone on those. But Blizzard used to make games that were just like pure concentrated fun. So that's why I won't get into Diablo 4, even though they just released like a trial for the Paladin class. And I was really tempted at first, and then I remembered that the last time Blizzard made a game that I found enjoyable was Wings of Liberty. All right, one more. And then these are going to be kind of the footprint of these two um, pylons. Oh, for like a barter farm. Gotcha. Okay. That's another thing that I'll have to do. I've got, I don't know if I've been to the Nether on this channel very much, but there's a Crimson Forest right near my Nether portal at this point. Oh, I should probably show you guys that too. I made a tunnel between my two Nether portals now so that getting to and from the end is super duper easy. Ah, well, that makes sense, Matt. If you need stacks of crying obsidian, that would be the way to do it. I agree, Tessellate. We've I believe we've talked about that before on my streams. Just how I actually enjoy like Mindustry and what is it, Factorio, and uh, the viewers here. You might have even been one of them. Have recommended Sack to me. So I still haven't checked those out yet, but we'll have to get to it sometime. But yeah, that's there is something super satisfying about having the automated farms. Ooh, gunpowder dispensers. Ta-da! Oh, and I can't pick it up because inventory's full again because of sandstone. All the sandstone. Going up. Oh boy. All right, Mad, have a good one. We'll see you next time. Oh, and yeah, I should have said thanks while they were still here, but yeah, thanks for stopping by, Mad. Thanks for the views and whatnot, or singular view. I don't know. Hmm. Okay. Now I can see how many viewers I have because for some reason, the first time I click manage broadcast and start streaming, it makes an upcoming announcement for the stream that is not happening because I clicked it and now I'm on that stream, not the other one. So, YouTube is not doing me any favors by having an upcoming announcement for everybody to get excited about, and then it's not going to happen. I'm going to make a lot of enemies that way. So we're not going to have to take out all of that much stone, which is good, because I am really sick of mining out giant holes right now. I did all that work to mine out the side of a sand dune for the sake of the automatic vegetable farm, only to find out I gotta mine out a different hole to build a gold farm so I can make powered rails. And then, by extension, I'll have enough gold to make golden apples and turn all of my trading hall villagers into zombies and then turn them back and, you know, get discounts. And then I guess after that, maybe we'll go straight to a bartering setup just since I'll have the gold. Because this farm, if my creative world I mean, well, if you have farmer villagers, you can just trade for golden carrots, and can't automate apples. You maybe could. Um, Well, I mean, you can't automate getting apples unless you have, unless one of like um, Silence videos on tree farms works for apples or something like that, or tree processors, whatever they call them these days. Um, but yeah, if you just had a ton of apples, you could automate the process of crafting them with a crafter. I actually have a video on how to do that. I think it's called my Advanced Crafters video, and it's that particular design is by Ray's work, and they actually even commented on my video, um, saying, "Oh man, yeah, they do look complicated. I imagine eventually I'll get to a point where I want to learn them, but right now, uh, I'm just happy with more simple redstone things. I think tree farms are intimidating even if you had a step-by-step guide on how to build them. Because one of the things that I've always disliked about guides like that is if you were to break something on accident later on down the line, um, you'd have to rewatch the whole guide to figure out what it was that you did wrong rather than just having an understanding of how, which is what I've tried to do with my channel, is pass on an understanding of how the thing works so that if you break it, you can fix it at some point. Or you could look at something that somebody else has built and help them fix it. You know, any of the above would be preferable to just scratching your head and having to start the whole process over from step one and follow along until you find out what's actually broken. But to each their own. Some people, I understand, they don't have the time to go and learn learn something like that from the very basics or foundational concepts. So, oh yeah, you're absolutely welcome. Uh, if I am actually even leaving them up when they're broken is different. I have a few videos that are unlisted for a couple of reasons, but yeah, or finding out that it works the other way around is very frustrating. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's an expression. Yeah, see, we got. Oh, I bet that was a green floaty, and we've got a cave underneath, or it could be a particle from a torch. I don't know if I have any torches down there, but I know there's plenty of um, lush caves underneath this island. Oh, that reminds me. So as soon as I said that, I thought, well, maybe I'll do a fly around. Whoa. It seems that in my is that somehow I have compressed down the area that bunnies can spawn in. And so now when I come up this hill and there's 20 or so rabbits, well, it is getting close to Easter, so do you have that too? All right. Okay. Then figure out where I'm going to put the stone away at. We want emerald blocks first. sound investments right here. Thanks for coming by. All right. Stone, gunpowder, rotten flesh all go down to the house. Zelda, look at this. Somehow all the bunnies spawn up on this hill. Yeah, glad to have you. Yep, that is a green particle. Hmm. Yeah, well, yeah, there used to be a village there, very early on in this world that I and turned into that pyramid, and then all the villagers that I had saved for my trading hall caught the zombie virus, and they had to be put down. And so I went over to that village and kidnapped a couple villagers and brought them over here and made the trading hall. And now they're all safe. And then I had noticed as well that there was one particular corner of my trading hall that if you bred the villagers there, they were desert villagers, and if it was outside of that particular, so I decided I wanted desert villagers and trapped them in the corner. And now my two breeding villagers have been turned into zombies 1 and 2. Okay. And oh, I went to the house and slept when I meant to put my stuff away and grab my obsidian. All right. So we're going to need the obsidian, like I just said. Ooh, wow. And it's thunderstorming. We went over here in West Michigan from a winter weather advisory last night, which thankfully didn't turn out to be as bad as they had predicted it would be. They were talking quite a bit of snow and ice, and it turned out it wasn't as bad as we thought. It might still be cold tomorrow, but it is now thunderstorming and nearly 50 degrees outside. So yeah, we get some weird temperature swings around here. Okay, somewhere I have must be this box. What is this box? Oh, that's my obsidian. Aha, yes. Nope, that's stone. Stone. Put those there. Yeah, Michigan. Gunpowder. Mob drops are all over here. Yes. Well, not all of them, but oh, that reminds me too. So if any of you were here for the last live stream, you will remember that we struggled moving the shulkers over to the other side of the island because those stinkers sniped me numerous times. And while I got most later after the stream that I had lost my rockets. I had nearly a full stack of rockets, and they were lost. So that stinks. But that's why we're hunting creepers, and I would really like to avoid having to go hunt ghasts. Tessellate. This is what I really love the spear for. Hunting rabbits now is so easy. I'm just trying to put things away, and now I'm cluttering up my inventory with stuff again. Yeah, it really was a ton of work, but we ended up with a bonus shulker out of it. I guess it worked out at the end. Now, I guess I'm just going to take the stone out and put in sandstone for now, and we can decide on a floor again another time. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. that was uh that was the most surprising thing to me when I was moving shulkers through the end, is that you can get the boats on top of each other and they'll just ride along. I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach this. Nope. Actually, I think we'll leave that one right there, because that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. All right, so the whole reason I dug out this hole is because I just didn't want the top of this temple to be higher than the top of this pyramid, because eventually this will be a pyramid. See, this is what happens to all the cats. I don't know if you can see the kitty there, about to go through the iron furnace. Um, but yeah, so I was saying there used to be a village here. You can see like the smooth sandstone floors and whatnot around, and but they used to take care of all the rabbits, which was really neat because like the cats will kill the rabbits, but they won't pick anything up. So I had all the rabbit meat that I could eat when I was early on in this game. So that was nice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And that should land us right over top of a sandstone block that I can't see right this minute. There it is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we already know. As long as I line it up right down there. so I don't have to count these. But we are going to need more of them. Yoink. Which means also that the center between the two sets of portals is going to have to be dug out more. But that's okay. It's not nearly as much digging as cleaning out this whole area over again. So now all we need to make sure that we do is line up correctly with this one. Voila, 1 of 6. And then so these sets of 3 represent the extreme outer edge of the feet. Yes, 6 portals. 6 because when in my creative world where I demonstrate the setup that I'm going for, I built 8 and I was only able to keep 6 active. The other 2 will get stuck. And it doesn't seem to be a lag issue or a computing issue. It seems to be a Minecraft coding issue as far as I can tell. So I figure I'll just do the 6 maximum. Oh, wow. That's going to be big and unsightly until I get it decorated properly, isn't it? Oh, really? Interesting. That's kind of a witch. Um, since the portals themselves are too big to fit inside of a singular chunk, I wonder how you're meant to chunk align that. Like, must be 2 chunks simultaneously. Wow. Great warrior. Missed my falling strike. Alright, and then it is 1, 2, 3. Now I need more sandstone. Boing. Alrighty. So I need 3 spaces between the portals to build in the little lava shelves that we're going to use to keep these constantly lighting or attempting to light. And then only 1 space to each side of, or well, side of a portal face to put in the extinguishers. But they also reach, I think they reach out that, oh, that was thoughtless. Doesn't it take forever to... Okay, it didn't take that long, but that's annoying. Whoops. Perfect. Yeah, Tessellate. Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to try. Or, well, I'm going to build it anyways. I guess I know, not try, but that's how I'm building this one, is powdered snow extinguishers. And the way I'm setting those up is from my gold farm from before, um, using a dispenser with a bucket of powdered snow, and using an observer to see when the portal lights, it will light up, or another observer will observe it and light up a redstone lamp. And this is the trick that I learned from Mumbo, is that a redstone lamp will stay lit until the next tick, even if it loses signal. And so you use that and that space, and have another observer observing the redstone lamp, and that will send a signal to turn the dispenser off automatically. So when it sees it, with a snowman and a zombie pig in the center. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, I've seen similar stuff where you use sea turtle egg to get them to they fall off, but I'm not sure that that works the same way anymore. So maybe the snow golem is the way to go these days. I should have brought some scaffolding for this project, but I don't need these ankles. Ha! Perfect. I think, like I was saying, I will eventually put a trident killer in. Um, but that won't be for tonight. I'm probably not going to stay on this much longer, just because I have to get myself rounded up and ready to go to work. But I'll tell you what, it is super nice staying at my own place every night and getting a solid, like, respectable amount of sleep. My my general attitude has improved greatly, and I'm much less much less irritable since changing jobs. So that's been nice. I should be able to. I should build these evenly so that I can. Oh, good, I do have one more. I was going to be really upset if I had to go run back home to get more supplies just so I could get the rest of these portals built. Oh, well, this will be tricky. I guess I've worked myself into a corner here anyways. Oh, yeah. So the idea then, I guess I have more to dig out after all because I'm going to run water towards the center and then have a channel. Oh, thanks, Zelda. Yeah, it has been an interesting challenge to start with. I'm currently driving um, bigger equipment than I ever have before on the regular, so it's been an adjustment. But overall, there's a whole lot of health benefits to being able to work during the day, sleep at night, be on a much better routine, and I'm also losing some weight, which is good for my blood pressure. So that's been great as well. And I'm considering getting involved in a gym too, but we'll see. It's about to become busy season. That might wait until next winter. Down a bit, but once again, you never know. Yeah, it has been really good. I've enjoyed it. The cat has, I think the cat's enjoying it. Um, he thanks me by peeing in the bathtub with regularity. So that's special, but because that's a super easy thing to clean up, I don't try to discourage it too much because he used to pee on all the blankets. So I will take having to run the shower an extra couple of minutes. Yep. Oh, you missed it too. He came to visit and just sat in front of me demanding attention while I was trying to stream. Um, but yeah, he's doing well. Um, Tessellate, yes. The Russ drinks. He's real efficient about this. He drinks from the toilet, yes, but he also when he pees in the shower, he uh, like gets his whole face up into the faucet and drinks like the leftover moisture, and I he's basically licking the rusty inside of a shower faucet or a tub faucet, and then he takes care of business, and he goes through the motions of burying what he's done, but it's a bathtub, and so there's nothing to bury with. It is there's a fun noise coming from the bathroom of him trying to scratch the enamel of the tub, and then he's that his tasks are complete for the day. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, I know what encourages the behavior now is he has a peeing in the tub, so I think he thinks that that's what he's supposed to be doing, or that I approve of him doing that. So, well, kitty litter isn't cheap either, so everything's more expensive these days. Oh, actually, learned my lesson this time. Don't have sandstone right behind the obsidian. Oh, should have grabbed my scaffolds while I was at the house, too. I'll learn one of these days. Maybe. Mm. There's been a camel wandering around with a saddle. I don't know if it's still here, but I did say that my kids occasionally play along on this world, and my daughter has a collection of camels, and one of them somehow escaped. The only one that she had a saddle on, and because it's been broken and wears a saddle, it doesn't despawn, and I have lost track of it again. But it's around occasionally. Whoops. Okay, perfect. Well, pardon me a second. Supervisor Camel, and Supervisor Camel has vanished, just like a supervisor would. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not going to be enough obsidian, just barely. But I have my box right here with me, so I don't have to run over there to find it. Okay, so there's the bases of those portals. So I suppose if I do like I did on the one, this, let's make sure we've got enough obsidian to make this happen all the way through. Just for good measure. Whoops. I should have left that until later. Because now how am I getting back up there? Building a stairway. Exactly. And I haven't been counting. So I'm going to have to eyeball it. Oh. There we go. Thought I got that one out of reach. No, we're not there yet. Well, that was a cool trick. Hey, stop it. I thought you had to be crouching to make that happen. So that's interesting. I think that's one too high. You know what we're going to do, though? We'll go from the other side and we'll count this time. Feather falling for the win. Besides, what would I do with all these golden carrots if I didn't keep hurting myself? Alright. So we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18. 21, or nope, 19, 20, 21. Got ahead of myself there. 22, 23. Alright. Well, this portion went a lot faster than I thought it was going to as well. Alright, Weisenheimer. I think we'll be done in less than 5 minutes. You have got to be kidding me. There. Oh yeah, I guess that one was right on. And I was a little shorter than I thought on the other two. Alrighty. So eventually, I think a lot of this portion of the temple pylon on this side that we're looking at is going to get filled back in around with sand. But out here on this edge, we'll be able to see the full temple feet on the one side of the building anyways, or the feet of the pylon. So I'm going to do similar to that like tower portion of my house, because I want it to look as close to authentic as I can get for a ancient Egyptian temple. And was still able to recover the obsidians. Creepy spider. Don't do it. Don't do it. He did it. It's coming right for us. Alright, I suppose, before we end up with a camel jockey bearing down on us. I only need to think of something more to do with my roof here. maybe have like a outdoor dining room or a patio set going on up here, so it's a little less visually boring. Of course, then again, it might even be Tesla who keeps telling me I need to build some palm trees around my house so it looks a little more real, which he's right. I do need to do that. And we'll get there. Like I said, Minecraft just turns into a giant to-do list. Mr. Enderman. Oh yeah, I've only got my spear with me. Never mind. I guess you can have the sand block today. But don't you come around here when I got my sword. An oasis. Yeah, it would be pretty neat. I do also want to have, hey, there you go, a rooftop oasis. That would be, you might be onto something with that. Maybe we'll add a pool up top or something. Maybe. I'd have to figure out how to, well, not right now. Not right now. I'm going to get myself distracted and completely forget about the gold farm going on here. All right. We need... We're going to need some observers. A lot of observers. But overall, I think... Well, let's light the portals and then we'll call this good. Like I said, I've got a lot to do to get ready for work tomorrow. So I better prioritize that one. The list is always getting longer. That's the problem. Alright, that's irritating. Jabbing my spear at everything. Because then I want, after I get this temple done, I want to be able to... Oh man, that is going to be an impressive approach too. Just to, once it's all filled in with the whole light there, that'll be almost awe-inspiring. That's cool. I like it. I'm happy to have gone with this desert ancient Egyptian theme. What was that? Oh, right. No, we want to set that down so I can get my enchanted flint and steel. And go. Congratulations. You're the first winner. First 2 gold nuggets from this farm. Oh boy. It's already overproductive. Oh, doggone it, you're right. That completely slipped my mind. The Discord thing. All right. Yeah. I yeah, holy cow. That's going to be so much gold. I might have to run a twin, at least twin crafter sort of operation just to handle all the nuggets. Well, we can adjust that as necessary. Right now, I need to turn these off before I get with my whole world overrun with zombie piglins. can't do that. Well, that's a question then, isn't it? How am I going to shut these all off now? I guess time to get the water. I have a bucket somewhere. I have tons of buckets. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I don't know how much you heard about what I've been up to lately besides Minecraft, but I haven't been playing a ton of Minecraft when I'm not streaming for you guys. So I have been playing a lot of D2R with Reign of the Warlock that just came out. I've been hanging out online with a friend who 20 years ago we used to play Diablo 2 all the time. And now we're back at it again. Except now we're both old guys. Alright, where did I leave my bucket? Or buckets, as it were. I don't know, it's my iron farm. Who knows where my buckets are? Pretty sure they needed to be... Alright, fine. I can't find them. Ren, good to see ya. Got this stream down, but I'm glad you stopped by. We need to shut these portals off because I'm already overrunning my whole world with zombie piglins. Did they despawn? Maybe I wouldn't be so worried about it then. Huh. I didn't know zombie piglins would do that. All I did was walk to the house. I still think I want these portals turned off before I go, though. And then, if I do anything while I'm not live streaming, it will just be gathering supplies. Well, that went green in a hurry. Of course, I really didn't track how many days I've last been to the iron farm. So, who knows? Why am I getting it out of here? 1, 2, 3. But I'm also not going to rifle through all of my chests looking for one of my buckets that I can't remember where I put it. Okay, so I have a to-do list outside of Minecraft. Thank you, Tessellate. I need to set up Discord. And I need... Well, I need Discord for a couple of different reasons, but yeah, that's primarily what I need to do is set up Discord so that we have a place to chit-chat with that. Okay, now they're back. Those silly Ziglins. What? Um... Somebody just went through the portal. Fine. We'll do it this way. I don't know why it took me until all of that to figure this out, but you know. Build around. Oh, like force the water to go only through the portal. All right. Somebody needs to call Neil deGrasse Tyson and explain to me what in the world is going on there. Oh well. Is it nighttime again? It is. Holy cats. That was quick. Or at least it feels like it was quick. Alright. We know our portals work. We got them all in place. We finished the digging. Next time, we'll put it together. I wonder if there's been some update and now water can't do that. Maybe you have to do powdered snow to break a portal. Now it's got me curious, but like I said, I've got to shut this down and I've got to take off. So I appreciate you all coming by. I thank you for the chats. I thank you for the views. Now, so that's exceptional. I appreciate you all, and I hope you'll continue watching my videos and be blessed on your next quest.